Welcome to the HR Happy Hour Work Break. You are here with Trish and Steve. Hey, Steve Bose.
Hey, Trish McFarland. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I feel like $100.
Good. That's a good day.
There you go.
Absolutely. And I see we both wore black. How do we do this? We don't talk.
No, I meant to change before the show. I just got off a call, and so I just didn't have time. So,
who were you talking to?
I had my first
for everyone. Who are you talking to?
I don't want to get into all the details of who was on the call, but let's just say it this way. I had the first meaningful planning call for HR Tech 2021 in Las Vegas, which we're planning for it. We're optimistic, and
you didn't even have me do a drum roll or anything. That's the scoop.
Yeah, so it was a good call, and I'm not going to give it away because someone will steal it. I even came up with a great marketing slogan that we can use.
Oh, don't
for the event. So I'll have to tell you that offline because it's so good, someone would steal it. So yes. Getting super excited. It'll be a little, the planning process will have to work a little bit differently maybe, but we're gung-ho about it. So yeah, HR Tech 2021. Back at the Mandalay Bay, by the way. As you remember, HR Tech was there for a number of years and it's returning.
I like it there. That is a good thing. I think that's a good thing. Wonderful. Well, I feel like throw up our hands. That's like it, right? That's the news of the day. You win. Hey, you know what? Can I tell you a funny thing that happened after the work break yesterday? And I don't know if you saw it kind of playing out, but our friend Pam Stevens, who is a big person in the industry, just well known, everyone loves Pam. She had tweeted about the whole discussion we had about Beamery because I was helping with that event, really making sure that was put together while you sounded like you really enjoyed it. And she tweeted out though, after our work break yesterday, but instead of tweeting at HR Happy Hour, she accidentally put at Happy Hour.
Okay.
It's a different person on Twitter, obviously, than us. But the woman, her name is Pamela A, we'll say, apparently travels the world. I don't even know what she does for a living, but I'm so curious because it's been so long since I randomly met a new person on Twitter that I truly was just fascinated by. And so we start having a conversation and she said, that she liked having a happy hour mentioned because it got her, but she had just driven her Airstream through St. Louis and was in Kansas City. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have totally had a beer with you, right? So we kind of tweet back and forth and it winds up that she is on her way to Colorado. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to Colorado. This was last night. I said tomorrow, which is now today. And she says, oh, where are you going? And I said, oh, I'm going to Fort Collins. She lives in Fort Collins.
That is pretty random.
Right. Of all places in the world, of all people in the world. And so, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I will get to meet her this weekend.
All right. Well, good luck with that. Hopefully you won't get stabbed and left in an alley somewhere like randos on the internet, but yeah, we'll see.
I'm telling all of you now are my witness, right? So at Happy Hour, hopefully it's going to be one of my new best friends. But anyway, I just thought back to, how it was, 12 years ago. We were in the same
trying to forget, but yes, go ahead. Let's go back down.
We were in the same position. We didn't know each other. And look at us now. Here we are doing, all sorts of work together and, lifelong friends. So I think it's a good thing. I think that it's just been a long time since I truly met a new person on Twitter. So I'm excited.
Yeah. I'm trying hard not to meet anybody new on Twitter and I've been very successful at that.
I want someone to introduce you. Someone, please.
I have a topic that's burning a hole in my note cards, Trish. Okay. I know this is important to you, and it's like an HR workplacey thing too.
Okay.
Trish, I believe you to be, at least in the past, a fan of shows like Big Brother, Survivor, perhaps even The Amazing Race. Maybe piqued your interest once, or okay, maybe not. The CBS family of reality competition shows. I'm a fan of most of them, Big Brother especially. That's the one I watch religiously. Mm-hmm. CBS has committed, starting next season on these unscripted reality shows, committed that 50% of the casts of these shows to be people of color going forward. And they've committed to it publicly.
Finally.
They've committed to have 25% of their development budget for these kinds of non-scripted shows to be allocated to producers, people of color as well.
Good.
Two things. I think that's really cool because these shows, especially Big Brother over the years, it's been essentially just, 27 young, good-looking white people in a row lined up.
Yeah.
And maybe like one person who looked a little bit different kind of stuck in there. So the commitment's pretty good. And I also think like it's good in general to remind us that if these are the types of initiatives we're interested in our organization, whether it's leadership or tech roles or whatever kind of thing you're doing, whether it's people of color or women or underrepresented communities, you name it, to actually put a number out there. Say, we're going to do X, 10%, 20%, 50%, whatever it is. That way that you have a standard that you can be measured against, right? Because sometimes we all talk about, oh, we need to improve our D&I, but what does that even mean? It doesn't mean anything to me if you don't put some numbers behind it. Anyway, I thought you find that interesting because I know you're a fan of those shows.
I did. I'm a huge fan. And right now it's Survivor because I probably watched maybe the first 4 seasons, if that, 3 or 4. And then I kind of got away from it. And really got away from it because now there have been over 20, or probably more than 30. Right. So Hulu has them on and I'm weeding my way through them. I just finished, like 21 or something. But anyway, yeah, it's interesting to see just how that show evolved over the years because you mentioned Big Brother, they did have not half, but definitely quite a few people of color this past go round. And so I feel like they've been moving the right direction, even on this current episode of Survivor or season of Survivor I'm on, which was probably 10 years ago. They could still use some work, but they, again, I think if we see actual progress and measure themselves against it, good job, CBS. Let's make it happen.
It's pretty cool. And like, since I'm a fan of these shows, I'll be tuned into Big Brother next summer. We'll see how it looks. I actually think though, of all those, Trish, the 3 shows, which one do you think you'd be the best contestant on? Survivor, Big Brother, or Amazing Race? What's the one if CBS comes to you and says, Trish, you can be on one of these shows next season. Which one are you picking?
I would say Survivor because I would like to say Big Brother, but it's too confining. I think I would get voted out right away. People would literally hate me because I wouldn't put up with any crap right out of the gate.
Like voted out in week 1?
I think so. And I think the reason I'd be good on Survivor, so CBS, if you're listening, please pick me. The reason I'd be good on Survivor is because I think I've got the social skills with my HR background, right? I can, finesse situations and conversations. I'm a good listener and all those things. So I think that would work. I think I'd be a surprisingly good person at challenges because I like doing the mud runs and that sort of stuff. So I think people probably would underestimate me. So I think I could go far in the game because they would underestimate my abilities. And I think that being outdoors, even though I would hate it, would...
All right. Hating the outdoors is probably not a selling point to the CBS producers right now.
No, but the reason I would not like being in the rain for 20 days straight. However, I think that would give me enough space so that people wouldn't get sick of me and vote me out right away. So that's my pitch. CBS, please pick me on Survivor because I'm watching.
I hope that happens.
Every single episode right now. So I just finished the one. Did you know that? Do you remember the show Facts of Life?
Facts of Life?
Facts of Life.
Yes.
Yeah, Blair and
I
Tootie.
do.
Do you know that Survivor had a season where the woman, Lisa Whelchel, who played Blair, was on it? And I'm not even going to tell you what she did, but go watch it. What a great season. It was like blindside every single tribal council. It was the
best. I'm sure all the 20-something competitors had no idea who she was.
They didn't. The only 2 guys that knew who she was were guys that are like our age, and they kept it on the down low. And what they had done was they had also, among all the new people, they brought back 3 returning people. Do you remember the guy, Mike, who fell in the fire in like maybe the 2nd season? He fell head first into the fire.
Yeah.
He was on there. Another guy who had gotten really sick during the Samoa one, I think. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'm a Survivor fan. Pick me. Anyway. Well, listen, we have probably bored people to tears with all our Survivor talk, but anyway, I think it's a great thing what CBS is doing. So more diversity, more.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a really good initiative. Yeah, I'm just excited to read it.
More of diversity of age. I am a 50-year-old now. See.
Are we still talking about your birthday? I thought we got through that.
All right. Anyway, well, listen, hey, thanks everyone for listening as always. I will keep you all posted on my escapades here in Fort Collins and whether or not I meet my new Twitter friend.
Blink twice if you need someone to send help.
Exactly. No, it'll probably be fine. So anyway, hey, do you have a special guest? I think you're having a special guest tomorrow.
Yes, our friend Madeline Lorana will be joining me for the work break. And I know we don't do this, but I'm going to try this, Trish, to see if it boosts our viewership. We are planning on doing the work break live at 4 p.m. Eastern. We actually scheduled it because, we had to make sure we were both free. I have no life. I'm always free, but she has things to do. So we did schedule at 4 p.m. tomorrow. It's 1 hour before cocktail hour here. So I do need to decide if Madeline and I have done the cocktail hour show a couple of times.
I think you should.
I'll have to check with her on that. But yes, excited to have Madeline back on the show tomorrow.
Good deal. Well, listen, I will see everyone back here on Monday and see you and Madeline live tomorrow. Bye for now.